learning how to cook together. Hi, I'm Sam. I work for the Havens Kitchen team, and if you've been following along, I have been walking myself through the cookbook here in hopes to become a better chef. Now that we've gotten some dicing out of the way with the onion, I figured we may as well follow the rest of the book with other vegetables that may need dicing from time to time. The book has here an eggplant, so I thought I may as well dice an eggplant. And here goes nothing. Don't know what you call that, but we're cutting that off. Easy. Done. The book says to cut a very thin slice on the side here. That's about all you need. You're just going to cut that slice there. This creates a flat surface. Now you're able to cut with ease and you don't have to worry about your eggplant rolling around everywhere. You're going to start by creating planks. There's no time to waste, you know? I feel like that was too big a cut. What do you guys think? Notice that I'm not using my bear claw method, so I'm going to readjust and do as such. I'm going to keep going. Nobody's perfect, and that is what I'm here to teach you guys today. We're just people learning how to cook together. Some of these are very thin and some of them are very thick, and that is just life, you know? Oops. Lost my grip, everyone. Okay. I'm gonna set that to the side so maybe you can see a little bit better. Basically, you'll be taking each of these planks and working with each of them individually. As I like to say, you can't rush greatness. Next, we will just be making batons. If I'm reading that correctly, the next step is to make batons. Correct me if I mispronounce that. To be a long strip here, and we're just going to go for it. Now we'll rotate, and we're just going to make smaller cuts here. The trick is not so much skill. I mean, there is definitely some skill involved, and I could definitely begin to speed up this process once I do it more, but I think the real trick is in the knife. And it just goes to show you that having a good knife goes a long way. For the sake of this video, I'm going to stop there and we're just going to dice that one plank. But look at these beautifully even cubes. I'm still learning here, so I don't know why anyone would need to dice an eggplant, but that's what we're here to find out. So I'm sure somewhere down the road I will need a diced eggplant and I will know exactly how to do it. For now, this is just demonstration, and I think we can move right along into the next thing. Next cut we're learning is called the oblique. Step one is to slice the vegetable on a steep bias. So just from the looks of it, it looks to be about right there. Now we'll want to rotate the vegetable 90 degrees. Can't remember exactly where I was, but this looks to be about 90 degrees. You can eyeball it, of course, and continue with cuts. And then you're going to want to rotate it again until you have a series of oblique cuts. Personally, do not know when these will come into play, but I'm sure that they will. As it gets wider, you're going to want to make smaller cuts so that they cook evenly. Very important as you put them in a pan or on the, I don't know, whatever you may be doing with an oblique. You want to make sure that the cuts get a little bit smaller so the carrot cooks at the same rate all the way through. But now we have these cute little, I could see this being used for something. I don't know what, but something. And voila! The next page shows you how to cut herbs. I suppose that my herbs have now been sitting out for far too long, so they look a little wilty. The challenge with this page is it shows you a whole different range of ways to cut an herb. But today I feel like I want to chop it, just because I would imagine that's what I would do most often. No one told me to do this, but this is what I'm doing. The book is telling me I don't need stems, so we're going to start by cutting off the stems here. Unless you're using it for blending purposes, you're going to want to cut off the stems. It doesn't have to be beautiful. From the book, I'm learning that we have two types of herbs. There are soft herbs and hardy herbs. Soft herbs are going to be more like what I have here, like basil, whereas hardy herbs are going to be things like rosemary. The difference there being soft herbs are softer and hardy herbs are woodier. With hardy herbs, it's as easy as removing the herbs from the stalk themselves with your thumb and index finger. I unfortunately do not have a hardy herb to demonstrate that, but I think you know what I mean, hopefully. With your soft herbs, the next step here is to bunch it up into one pile They can go any which direction, it seems. Hold the pile with your non-dominant hand, of course, and chop with your dominant. Here, this is a really good example of why you might want a chef's knife. It's going to be very precise, very sharp, and it'll cut all the way through. Woohoo! That was so easy. I'm so pro, you guys. All it takes is a little confidence, I think. Some may say that that is good enough, but not me, because I'm a perfectionist. Yes, we got a good, nice chop there, but we are just gonna kind of do this once over. The book does not say this, but I've seen Allie do this enough times that I think that this is a natural next step in our chopping process. See how I'm keeping the knife down on the table, and I'm kind of just rotating it to make the basil nice and fine. Now we're cooking. Get it? A whole mess for myself, but I would consider this a success. Yeah, we've learned a few things today. We have diced an eggplant, we have chopped basil, and we have obliqued. Is that a verb tense? We have obliqued a carrot. And I think that's a pretty successful day, if you ask me. If you found this interesting, entertaining, educational, any of the above, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I will be continuing through the book with every episode.